whom the administration subjected to a baseless trial for tax evasion that only ended when he died, said Elliot Roosevelt years later about his father, quote, "My father may have been the originator of the concept of employing the IRS as a weapon of political retribution." The president also ordered the FBI to surveil several political enemies. More effective than outright attacks, however, was the administration's domination of the media. This control was particularly thorough when it came to the newest media technology, radio. Broadcasters' need for government permission to remain on the air made them uniquely vulnerable to arm twisting. In 1933, Roosevelt's radio commissioner told broadcasters it was their, quote, patriotic duty to deny advertising time to businesses that were disposed to defy, ignore, or modify the NAIRA codes. These are the codes that dictated down to the smallest business who you could sell to, what you could sell, and for how much. And if you we can afford to sell it for less, and we're starving, the federal government would come down on you and put you out of business if you dared lower your prices. Or if you said, I have to lay off all my workers, but they've all said they'll take $1 less per hour, and we can keep our doors open. You had to close your doors and fire all of your workers, because the federal government wouldn't adapt at all to market conditions. Unbelievable economic dictatorship, and anybody who wouldn't go along with those government codes was banned from the airwaves. A year later, a new FCC Act created the Federal Communications Commission, staffed entirely by Roosevelt appointees, with power over the licensing of radio stations. The act also shortened the renewal period to 6 months. That meant the price of remaining on the air was to mute criticism. Henry Bellows, vice president of CBS, announced that no broadcast would be permitted over his network that in any way was critical of any policy of the administration.
That sounds like a lot of stuff. Vaccine stuff, mask stuff.
Yeah. And I encourage you to buy the book and read it. The stuff in detail, including huge, medium-sized, and small businesses that were abused and tortured out of existence, the number of people who starved or went out of work because the government decided it would tell you what prices should be for labor and for rent and for hogs and how much stabilized prices. It was a dictatorship of an unmistakable variety, and B, enormously damaging, and nobody about it in American education, because Franklin Roosevelt is one of the great presidents of all time. He was a dictator who was barely, almost not bound by any of the limits of the Constitution. It was a nightmare period in our history that should be taught over and over again as a nightmare, and it's not.
Damn near pulled off. It would have taken him even further.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for the court system.
The book is Freedom's Furries, How Eleanor Roosevelt Dressed as a Cat and Won the Hearts of America.
No, that's close. It's Freedom's Furies. How these three great women fought liberty in an age of darkness. Freedom's Fury.
I'm pro-history and love reading history and stuff like that, but sometimes I think, what is the point? I mean, there's so much that gets forgotten or is left out or whatever. We all have such a skewed view of it. You don't learn anything within 1,000 miles of what you just read about that period of American history.
That's why you study history on your own. Because what's the pablum that's spoon-fed into your mouth by government schools isn't nearly what you need to know. It's not even close, with a few noble and wonderful exceptions.
It also takes so long for history to shake out. I feel like it's the last, 10 years that there's really been the blowback against FDR and that period of time and the New Deal and all that sort of stuff that's really grown. I guess you just have to get, 75, 80 years away from something where all the partisans are dead, and maybe you can take more of a fresh look at these things.
Yeah, and just be aggressive about learning. If a particular field of history interests you, go after it. Jonah Goldberg had a great piece about a year ago. He had been absolutely screaming about a particular aspect of history, like similar to this, and all of a sudden, years later, after he wrote his book, and the intelligentsia, the mainstream, had discovered this moment in history. Well, they're phonies and they're liars. You got to do it on your own.
Phony liars. If you miss an hour of this show, grab the podcast Armstrong and Getty on demand.
Armstrong and Getty.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author and star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new dilemma at 1-800-506-2020. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you'll get a bonus behind-the-scenes footage. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. So don't delay, call right now, 1-800-506-2020. That's 1-800-2020, 1-800-506-2020.
This is Talk Radio 560 KS San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, a Cumulus station.
We'll take a look at KSFO traffic.
Stop traffic. 101 northbound at Highway 12. It's a three-vehicle crash. The left and middle lanes are blocked at this time. Traffic right Santa Rosa Avenue and experiencing a 30-minute delay. The Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, 580 westbound. After the toll plaza, we have a vehicle and a truck involved in a crash. The left lane is blocked. You are stop and go from Castro Street. A tow truck is on the way. That's traffic. I'm Katie Green.
This is sponsored by the California DMV. Did you know that many DMV tasks, like renewing your registration or changing your address, can be done online when it's convenient for you? Check them off your to-do list without a trip to the DMV. Get started today at dmv.ca.gov/online.
This report is sponsored by S&G Carpet. S&G showrooms feature the area's largest selection of flooring, plus free take-home samples, free in-home consultations, and free estimates backed by their no-surprise guarantee. Go to sgcarpet.com for the nearest showroom or to have their mobile showroom come to you.
So you got a bunch of people coming over to your house for the big game? You know what's going to happen. People are going to get all excited. You knock over the bowl of chips, you spill your wine, beer everywhere. I'm so sorry. Grind and cheese dip into the carpet. You need Zero Res to come clean your carpet.
Getting out stains and stuff you can't get out. Plus, they just do a fabulous job of making your carpets look fresh and new. They smell great, too. We don't talk about that much, but Zero Res is brilliant at cleaning carpets, and your carpets dry so much faster than the competition.
And you're going to make a mess. You're going to drop chips on the floor and spill salsa and beer and wine and stuff like that.
All right, and they do tile and grout as well. You're going to love their service. We do. We're big fans. You will be, too. Go to ZeroResBayArea.com and use the code ZeroRes1. That's ZeroResBayArea.com and use the code ZeroRes1. Jump on the website, get the phone number, and ask for the Armstrong and Getty special. It's 30% off. Tell them Armstrong and Getty sent you. Zero Res. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I'm in the medical field, and I think when you start out these things, you know, everything from the advertisement sounds so good that you're psyched up for it to work. It's working.
Balance of Nature has made a big difference. It's just one of the greatest products, and it's just so simple, and it works.
Balance of Nature is a fantastic product. You could tell it's real. You could taste it, and it gives you really good energy, and it's just right up there with electric cable, like things that you have to have. I'm not cutting Balance of Nature. No, I love it.
Start your journey to better health with Balance of Nature right now. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com for more information or to is always free. And don't forget to get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code KSFO.
Hi, I'm Bill.
And I'm Kathleen, and we are owners of American Vision Windows.
Happy New Year, Bay Area. Right now, American Vision Windows is making it easier than ever for you to afford custom-made, beautiful new windows with 0% interest, 0 payments for 12 months, plus free expert installation. Order by January 31st.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their was top-notch.
With
was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Can you tell I love these guys?
Call 855-339-9956 or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Kathleen and I are so thankful for our entire team at American Vision Windows, and especially for you, our customers.
Revolutionizing the home improvement industry one customer at a time. American Vision Windows.
For all offers, call or see website for details. Offer expires on 1/31/2023. CSLB number 778326.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
The Armstrong and Getty Show.
Probably more than anybody who's ever walked the earth. And I haven't heard this yet, but here's somebody being hyperbolic about Trump being back on Facebook.
You don't want to, whether you're a company or an institution, you don't want to hand over the keys to democracy to have someone destroy that democracy. So do you want to be that institution that really helps take down the country? I mean, this is so yes, it's a little bit different than a public institution, but we should still be asking the moral question. I mean, if this was years ago, we would ask moral questions. As a chemical company, should we be supporting weapons of war? I mean, these are questions that in American history.
What the hell are you talking about? This is all around on MSNBC today. That democracy, Trump being back on Facebook. The most interesting thing I thought as soon as I saw the headline was stop buying Zuckerberg's cars or something because he's a MAGA hat wearing Trump lover, or did he just probably a good idea to have the most likely Republican candidate for what?
Well, I thought it was interesting. Brett Baer talked to one of the big guys from Facebook and said, "What's up with Trump being back?" And the first part of what the guy said, even though I didn't like him very much, first part was 2 years suspension, 2 years.
Pretty good answer right there.
Yeah.
So he's on Twitter. He's not tweeting though. He's on Facebook, and I don't know if he's posting on Facebook yet or not.
Not yet. No, he's still trying to get Truth Social going.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook. So I don't see that stuff. So earlier in the week, they did a feature on this on NBC News last night that I thought was kind of interesting. Secret Service has been gathering of statistics around these shooters as we try to figure out causes and everything like that. I thought this was kind of interesting.
The massacre in Half Moon Bay, California comes as the Secret Service released detailing trends in mass attacks, highlighting red flags before the next shooting. Personalities were among the most common motives, with a quarter of attackers motivated by conspiracy theories or hateful ideology.
These individuals engage in concerning behavior, and this concerning behavior is evident to those around them.
So what was that phrase? Beefs? Beefs? I have several beefs with you people. Personal beefs is the...
Yeah, well, there's a problem.
Well, that seems like that. That's what we were talking about the other day, that they need to, before every class in every school, starting K through 12, really angry at your coworkers or kids at school or whatever, don't shoot them. I
that's the outline. Yeah, I might go with more artful phrasing, but yeah, that's the idea.
Because right now, into the water, into the mainstream of society, that if you're really angry, you're going, and listen, have been like mean to him or saying bad things about him or making fun of him or whatever for years, and yeah, that's a lot of people. They don't go in and shoot the place up, so that's the disconnect there.
Yeah. We've got to, as a society, do something about the idea that my grievances are worthy of killing humans. Horrible notion. It's an egotism, in a way. Well, it reminds me of several other things happening in society. The idea that just what I think and what I say is so incredibly important. Everyone should bow before me. And my grievances are so important I can take innocent lives. They're not. Mine aren't.
But so has that attitude, so if these were the typical 20-something dudes, the snowflake argument, they grow up in the everybody gets a trophy generation, and everybody
wants to be famous.
Everybody's worried about everybody's feelings, so you never have to develop any resilience or tough, thick skin to the world. These guys were about 70, but is it so in the water in America? I'm the victim here attitude that it's even reaching our senior citizens? We all feel that way more than we used to?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely, yeah.
I wonder if I feel that way more than I used to. I don't know. To think about that.
It's okay to shoot people?
No,
it's okay. Feel that way, let us know.
No, that the regular slings and arrows, if I may quote the bard, of life are somehow uniquely pointed at me and unfair in a way true before. Do I feel that way more than... Does everybody feel that way? You got a couple of 70-year-old guys here. You think at that point in life, you grew up at a different time where, people at work are making fun of you, you ignore them. You don't go shoot them up.
Right, or you make fun back or whatever. I don't...
You go to HR. You sue them.
No, the angry, middle-aged, and older coworker slaying is, I guess, a different beast than the disaffected high schooler.
Right. That's why I just wonder if it's so infected just our entire culture. It's just we all feel this way, even if we didn't grow up in that world. We're all feeling that way now. Now, this is uniquely unfair to me, the way I'm being treated. Somebody needs to pay, whether either being sued or violence if you're... I don't know, I hope not.
Yeah, boy, I wish I had a better sense of that, because it's such an interesting question, but I think because of our work, there's telling me I suck, I'm bad at my job, and I'm a bad person since I was like 23 years old. Oh, I don't care what you think.
I've had strangers telling me I suck since I was 23 years old.
Maybe they have a point. So yeah, I don't. Verbal abuse means something different to the average nursery worker in Half Moon Bay, California, for instance.
I don't know. Some you might not know about our new tank deal with Ukraine, but first, why we're doing what it's doing, it's a good idea to get involved in gold.
Yeah, it's a wonderful hedge against the ups and downs of the market, and experts are predicting a recession corner, but gold prices remain shockingly low, which means there's still a heck of a lot of headroom, and now is an time to invest in gold.
Yeah, one CNBC expert predicts gold could go up 100%, hitting $4,000 an ounce.
Kevin Demerit, founder of Lear, added for perspective, during the recession of 2008, gold shot up over 50% and helps investors in retirement accounts against loss, but it hasn't yet.
So with over 25 years of experience, an exceptional Trustpilot rating, and the risk-free investment, Lear Capital is the choice to get your gold.
Get free wealth, the free wealth investor guide. Receive up to $15,000 in free bonus gold based on the value of your purchase. Wow, bonus gold. Gold! Visit LearArmstrong.com. LearArmstrong.com. Click around, ask your questions. Go to LearArmstrong.com.
So the LA Times making a big deal over Germany's weapons deliveries to Ukraine, marking the end of its self-imposed post-World War II limits on arms. Since World War II, they have had a ban on military equipment to conflict zones, and now they're going to do it. So, Germany is getting involved in world military things in a way they haven't since World War II, just like Japan is. Yeah. Wonder how that's going to...
The axis of welcome back.
Yeah, in both cases, there are allies, so, you know,